English learners. Welcome back to the Jane and Alex podcast, your English podcast for daily life English, real conversations, and easy English listening practice.
Hello, everyone. It is great to be back with you all. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jane. Alex, how are you doing today? Actually, that is a perfect way to start, because today we are talking about exactly that, our days.
I am doing very well, thank you, Jane. I had a bit of a slow start this morning, but I've had my coffee, so I'm ready to go. And you are right, today's topic is essential for anyone learning English. We are talking about English in daily life, specifically how to talk about your day from the moment you wake up until you go to sleep.
Yes, this is such a common topic. Whenever you meet someone or catch up with a friend, usually the first thing you talk about is what you did that day or what your routine is like. It sounds simple, but there is actually a lot of specific vocabulary that native speakers use.
Exactly. We want to move you past just saying, I woke up, I went to work, I came home. We want to give you the colorful words, the phrasal verbs, and the natural expressions that make your English sound fluent. Before we jump in, if you are enjoying our podcast, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a friend who is also learning English. It really helps us out.
Okay, Alex, let's start at the very beginning. The morning. I have a question for you. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Oh, that is a classic question. I am definitely an early bird. I like to get up around 6 a.m. I feel like my brain works better in the morning. What about you?
Oh, I wish I was an early bird. I am definitely a night owl. I hate when my alarm goes off. Honestly, I usually hit the snooze button at least 3 times.
That is a great phrase there, hit the snooze button. That is when your alarm rings, but you press the button to give yourself 5 or 10 more minutes of sleep. It is a dangerous game, Jane.
It is. Sometimes I oversleep because of it. Oversleep means I sleep longer than I intended to. So once I finally drag myself out of bed, the first thing I do is make coffee. I cannot function without coffee.
Drag myself out of bed is a very descriptive way to say it. It paints a picture of how difficult it is to get up. For me, once I get up, and notice I say get up, not just wake up. Wake up is when you open your eyes, but get up is when you physically leave the bed.
Right. That is a mistake I used to make. I used to say I stand up at 7, but that sounds like I was sitting in a chair. So you get up. What is your morning routine?
Well, after I get up, I usually head straight to the kitchen to drink a glass of water. Then I might do a quick workout or just some stretching to wake my body up. After that, I hop in the shower.
Hop in the shower. That sounds so quick and energetic. I usually take a shower, but it takes me a while. While I am getting ready, I usually listen to a podcast, maybe even an English one. Then comes the hardest part for me, picking an outfit. Choosing what to wear. Do you lay out your clothes the night before? I should, but I usually don't. I stare at my closet and think, I have nothing to wear, even though it is full of clothes. Eventually, I get dressed, do my hair, and put on some makeup.
And then the most important meal of the day.
Breakfast.
Do you have a big breakfast?
Not really. I usually just have something light, like toast or yogurt. I don't have time for a big meal because I'm usually running late. What about you?
I try to have a hearty breakfast, maybe oatmeal or eggs. Hearty here means substantial and satisfying. It gives me energy for the commute.
The commute. That is the next big part of the day. For our listeners, the commute is the journey from your home to your work or school. Alex, how do you get to work?
I usually drive, but depending on the traffic, it can be a nightmare. If it is rush hour, I might be stuck in traffic for 45 minutes.
Rush hour. That is the time of day when everyone is traveling to or from work, right? Usually around 8 a.m. and 5 p.m.
Exactly. Being stuck in traffic is frustrating. It means the cars are not moving or moving very slowly. What about you? Do you drive?
No, I take public transport. I usually take the subway, or as they say in London, the tube. It is convenient, but it can get very crowded. Sometimes it is packed like sardines.
Packed like sardines. That is a great idiom. It means people are standing very close together because there is no space. So you arrive at work. How do you start your workday?
Well, the first thing I do is sit at my desk and turn on my computer. Then I check my emails. I usually have a ton of emails to go through. I try to prioritize them, answer the urgent ones first.
That sounds organized. I usually start by writing a to-do list. I like to write down everything I need to accomplish that day. It feels good to cross things off the list as I finish them.
Oh, that is a satisfying feeling, crossing things off. So let's talk about the workday itself. Sometimes I feel, how do you say it? Like I have too much work.
You could say you are swamped, like I am swamped with work today.
Yes, swamped. Or maybe overwhelmed. Sometimes I have back-to-back meetings. That means one meeting finishes and the next one starts immediately with no break in between.
Back-to-back meetings are exhausting. It is important to take a breather. A breather is a short break to relax. Speaking of breaks, what about lunch?
Ah, my favorite time. I usually take my lunch break around 1 p.m. Sometimes I bring a packed lunch from home to save money, but sometimes if I didn't have time to cook, I will go out and grab a bite with colleagues.
Grab a bite is a very common, casual way to say get some food. It implies a quick meal. Do you talk about work during lunch?
We try not to. We usually make small talk about our weekends or movies we've seen. It is nice to socialize a bit, but then the afternoon slump hits.
The afternoon slump. That is that feeling around 3 p.m. when your energy drops and you feel sleepy. How do you handle that?
Another cup of coffee, or maybe a sugary snack, which I know isn't healthy. I just try to power through until 5 p.m.
Power through means to continue working hard despite being tired or having difficulties. So the workday finishes. You wrap up your work. What happens next?
Wrap up means to finish or conclude something, right? So I wrap up my tasks, shut down my computer, and say goodbye to everyone. Then I do the commute again, but in reverse. By the time I get home, I am usually exhausted.
I bet. So let's talk about the evening routine. This is how you wind down.
Wind down. I love that phrasal verb. It means to gradually relax after doing something tiring. When I get home, the first thing I do is change into comfy clothes. Sweatpants are a must.
Absolutely. I usually change immediately too. Then it is time for dinner. Do you cook every night?
I try to. I like cooking, actually. It helps me relax. I might make some pasta or a stir fry, but if I am really lazy, I might order takeout. What about you, Alex?
I enjoy cooking too. My wife and I usually cook together. It is a nice way to catch up on each other's day. We set the table, sit down, and have a meal without phones or TV. We try to keep it family time.
That sounds lovely. After dinner, there are always chores, unfortunately. Chores are the boring housework tasks, like doing the dishes or taking out the trash.
Or loading the dishwasher. I don't mind doing the dishes, actually. It is kind of meditative. After the chores are done, how do you spend the rest of the evening?
I usually veg out on the sofa.
Veg out. That is informal slang. It means to relax completely and do nothing active, usually while watching TV, like a vegetable.
Exactly. I binge watch series on Netflix. Binge watch means watching many episodes of a show one after another. Sometimes I watch 3 or 4 episodes in a row.
We are all guilty of that sometimes. I try to read a book before bed, but sometimes I end up scrolling through social media on my phone.
Ah, the doom scrolling. It is so easy to lose track of time. Before I know it, it's midnight.
And then we are back to the beginning, not getting enough sleep. So before bed, do you have a specific night routine?
Yes, I lock the doors, turn off all the lights, and brush my teeth again. I also try to wash my face and do my skincare routine. Then I get into bed.
And hopefully fall asleep quickly. I usually set my alarm for the next morning, checking it twice to make sure it is on, and then it is lights out.
And then the cycle starts all over again. It is funny when you break it down like this, our days are full of so many little actions.
They really are. And for our listeners, describing these little actions is the best way to practice thinking in English. Instead of just doing the action, try to say the sentence in your head, like, I am pouring the coffee, or I am tying my shoes.
That is great advice. Narrate your life. It helps the vocabulary stick in your brain.
Exactly. We covered a lot of vocabulary today. We talked about morning routines, snoozing, getting up. We talked about the commute, rush hour, traffic. We talked about work, being swamped, taking a breather. And we talked about the evening, winding down and vetching out.
I hope you guys took notes. There were a lot of phrasal verbs in there. Remember, phrasal verbs are so important for sounding natural.
Definitely. So here's a question for you all listening. What is your favorite part of the day? Are you an early bird like me or a night owl like Jane? Let us know in the comments below.
Yes, please tell us. I want to know I'm not the only one who hits the snooze button 3 times. And if you found this episode helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the Jane and Alex podcast. We have new episodes coming out every week to help you improve your English.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Keep practicing those daily routines. Try narrating your day tomorrow morning.
Good luck. Until next time, have a wonderful day and happy learning.
Bye, everyone.